Hey there, awesome people. Welcome to our channel where we break down complex medical topics into easy-to-understand bits. Today, we're diving into the top 10 predictors of aggressive multiple sclerosis. These are the signs and symptoms that can help you understand the condition better. This isn't about freaking you out, okay? It's about empowering you with knowledge. It's about understanding the sciencey stuff without getting too bogged down in the doom and gloom. We want you to feel informed, not overwhelmed. Think of it like this: we're reading our fortune cookies, except instead of vague predictions about love and wealth, it's about, well, MS. And it's a lot more specific. And remember, there's a lot of individual variation, so take this with a grain of salt. Everyone's experience is different. Everyone's MS journey is unique, kind of like snowflakes, each one with its own pattern. But instead of melting, they sometimes make it hard to walk. So let's get started and learn together. So, you've been diagnosed with MS. Welcome to the club! It's a club no one really wants to join, but here we are. Don't worry, we have t-shirts, and trust me, the support you'll find here is priceless. If your first MS experience was a visit from the optic neuritis fairy, vision problems, you're not alone. Or maybe you felt like someone was constantly poking you with pins and needles, sensory symptoms, which can be quite unsettling. If that's the case, you might actually be in better shape long-term. Early symptoms can sometimes be a good sign, but if your initial symptoms were more along the lines of, whoa, why can't I move my leg? Motor symptoms, it can be more concerning. Or if you found yourself asking, why does the room keep spinning? Brainstem issues. It might indicate a more aggressive form of MS. That might mean a more aggressive form of MS. But don't lose hope. But hey, remember what I said about individual variation? Everyone's journey with MS is unique. You're not a statistic, you're a person with your own story and your own path. A person with MS, but still. And that means you have the strength to face this, one step at a time. So, you've had an MS attack. If you bounce back quickly from attacks like you're Wolverine or something, that's a good sign. However, if recovery is more of a marathon than a sprint, and you're left with lingering symptoms, it might be a sign of a more aggressive MS course. MS attacks are like uninvited house guests, annoying, disruptive, and they never seem to stay long enough for you to want to offer them snacks. Think of it this way: long breaks between attacks are like winning the lottery, except instead of millions of dollars, you get to live your life without your immune system attacking your nerves. But if you're experiencing attacks in rapid succession, like your immune system is playing whack-a-mole with your central nervous system, that might suggest a more aggressive form of MS. Sometimes people with MS experience a significant amount of disability early on in the disease course. Unfortunately, a faster accumulation of disability early on can be a predictor of more disability down the road. But remember, this is just a potential predictor, not a guarantee. So don't despair. Focus on what you can control, like your treatment plan and lifestyle choices. Okay, let's talk about the two main types of MS: relapsing remitting MS, RRMS, and progressive MS. These two forms of the disease can affect people in very different ways, and understanding them is crucial for managing the condition effectively. RRMS is like a roller coaster. You have ups and downs, good days and bad days, with periods of stability in between. But you always know another climb is coming, and it can be unpredictable. Progressive MS, on the other hand, is more like a slow, steady climb up a mountain. It's a continuous journey with fewer breaks. Progressive MS, as the name suggests, is characterized by a gradual worsening of symptoms over time, making daily activities increasingly challenging. Unlike RRMs, there are no distinct relapses or periods of remission, which can make it harder to manage. However, researchers are working hard to develop new and better treatments all the time, so there's always hope. Advances in medical science are continually providing new options and improving the quality of life for those affected. The MRI machine. As much as we might dread these scans, they actually provide incredibly valuable information about what's happening inside our brains and spinal cords. Think of your MRI as a map of your MS. The more lesions, those white spots you have, the more active your MS is. And then there's brain shrinkage, or brain atrophy. It's a normal part of aging, but in people with MS, it can happen faster. Youth, a time for reckless abandon, questionable fashion choices, and apparently a lower risk of aggressive MS. But it's true, being diagnosed with MS at a younger age is generally associated with a better prognosis, and MS is all like, fine, but I'm watching you. But here's the thing, age is just a number, so don't let your age define your MS journey. Okay guys, I hate to break it to you, but when it comes to MS, the ladies seem to have it a little easier. Statistically speaking, men are more likely to have a more aggressive disease course than women. But hey, before you go, all men are from Mars, women are from Venus on me. Remember that this is just a general trend. serum neurofilament light chain. Basically, SNFL is a protein that's released into the bloodstream when nerve cells are damaged, and unfortunately, higher levels of SNFL in the blood have been linked to more active and aggressive MS. So while a high SNFL level might be concerning, it's not necessarily a cause for panic. Alright folks, let's talk about the elephant in the room: medication. Disease-modifying therapies are designed to do exactly what their name suggests: modify the course of your MS. They work by calming down your overzealous immune system and preventing it from attacking your nervous system. And while DMTs aren't perfect, they can significantly reduce the number and severity of relapses, slow down disease progression, and improve your overall quality of life. So if you're on medication, keep taking it, and if you're not, talk to your doctor about whether it's right for you. Thanks for watching. We know this was a lot of information to process, and some of it might have been a little scary. But remember, knowledge is power. The more you know about MS, the better equipped you'll be to manage your condition and live your best life. If you found this video helpful, or just mildly entertaining, hit that like button, and subscribe to our channel for more content. Let's create a community of support, encouragement, and maybe even a little bit of laughter. See you next time.